I'm now in Blender 4.0 and you can download it for free and install from blender.org. In this tutorial we will recreate this scene. This scene is from this guy here. I will share this link with you in this links file. First, my recommendation is to create folder where you want to save all these files. So I created this folder, and now I will copy this address here and I will save this file. So file, save as, and now I will paste this folder here and I will call this abandoned house tutorial. This is our reference and this is what I get when I first time try recreate this, and you can see that I get pretty close to this reference. And this is another version just with another lighting setup, little more dramatic. This is when I tried yesterday recreate this scene to prepare for this tutorial, and the difference between these two scenes is that I use models, free models from Sketchfab. So in this tutorial we will use all these models, but I will show you also where I download this guy if you want use this model. And I also replace this 3D model with free one from Sketchfab here. And you can also know that this scene is little different. Another difference here is that I do post-processing in this example in After Effects, and here I do in all this in Blender, and you can see how this looks. So if I go to this here in Compositing tab, you can see that we have a lot of nodes here, and in this tutorial I have planned to do post-processing also in Blender, because most of you don't use After Effects or any other program. So this is Blender tutorial and we will do all this here in Blender. But I will also show you my After Effects file, so we will go through all these settings I use in this scene here. Let's now start with Blender. First thing I will do here, I will go with Shift A and add plane, and this will be our ground. And next I will create base of this house here. So I think this part here can be about 3 meters tall and this one about 8. So I can select this cube and I can type here 8, and on the axis maybe 3 meters. Now I will go with numpad 1 to front orthographic view, and we can bring this here on this x-axis. But if you want to be precise, you can just type here 1.5. Let's now set up camera, and when I look this render first time, I get impression that camera is very far away from this guy and this house here, and we can create easy similar effect. Select camera, and I will now go with numpad 7 to top orthographic view, and I will set this to 90 degrees and this z-axis to 0. Now I will try line up this with this y-axis, world y-axis here. When you see this little cross here, you can just drag and move this on right, and on left side when you put mouse you can press numpad 0 and we can go to camera view. Now we can look what we do on left and we can work on right. I will on left press N to close this tab here, and now I will set similar aspect ratio or resolution that this image use. So usually I just press print screen and I have this small software light shot, so I can easily see dimensions of this render or aspect ratio, and last time I go with 900 and 1050 here. And now we get a similar aspect ratio as this photo use. Let's now switch to render settings, and I will set this to cycles and GPU, and I will type here 22 and also here. So now we have a very fast render, and we can switch here to render preview. Now when we have selected camera, I will go on the axis to 1.5 meters from ground, and we can now move this, or we can just scale this ground here. To get effect that camera is far away from this guy here, we can just put camera far away from this object here. And last time I go all to 60 meters from this house here, and I will go with same settings now. So I will just create cube with Shift A, and this will be just for measurements. So I will type here 60, and now I will just move camera here. Now I will delete this cube I don't need, and I will now just scale this ground. I will on left switch to render preview, and we can see how this look. So because we are now far away from this object, to put all this in frame, like in this shot, we need change zoom or focal length. So I will now click to camera properties, and now if we bring this focal length up, we can see that we basically zoom to this object here. And last time I go with value of 120. And I think this is similar to settings this guy used in this render. But you can play with these settings. For example, I will show you what you can do. You can also, so this is my last scene here, and I disable volumetrics from here for now, and you can also go pretty close to this guy here, but then you need of course change this focal length maybe to 15. You can use these camera settings if you like this type of shot, and nothing wrong here, but I think you just tell different story than in this render here. When I look this render, I get impression that someone who recording this shot is behind this guy. And when we look this shot, I get impression that this guy is alone, and someone from distance is hiding in this grass or weed, and this look more horrorish for me. And because I want to create horrorish footage, I think this settings is much better than in this render here.